that we own the land itself, not this Fulani Janja with agents in our midst. We own the land belongs to us, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing the enemies can do. I want to play a clip for you, a very simple clip. It's a clip, please, I want it to be posted on my page. I want you to do a very simple thing. Is to place the video that they played for you people, to you gullible animals in the zoo, the video they played for you this morning, claiming that is Buhari talking, and the video of the proper Buhari, the same time in 2015. 2015 independence anniversary, 1st of October 2015. I want you to compare and contrast 2015 independence broadcast with the rubbish that you had this very morning. When people come here to listen to us or be part of this very gospel, which I'm sure that millions of you are following via IPOB community radio. I know that some of you are listening via satellite, some are listening via FM this very morning. Wherever you are in the blessed land of Biafra or elsewhere in the Zoological Republic, we know that you are following the events that is unfolding. And I'm sure that some of you very early this morning may have watched. Because we said yesterday that they are running scared, that was why they hastily put their video together. Maybe the person who brought the new mask from China managed to land after all, and they hastily put something together and they have broadcasted on. Of course, you know it is deep fake. It is not real. And I'm going to prove it to you this morning that it is deep fake video. That is one thing that they don't understand. I warned them, don't bring out this idiocy, this ridiculousness, this foolishness. Anytime you try to do that, we are going to dissect it. Anytime you try to be too clever, or you claim that you're clever, then we will make you understand that you are wasting your time. Here this morning we're going to do it, and I want it to be played. It's a very simple thing. Look at the grammatical sequencing of this very boy that spoke this morning, not this morning, in the recorded video that was played this morning, and listen to the old Buhari. You will see that grammar has changed. So Buhari all of a sudden has now gone to Cambridge. He can now pronounce words properly. I want you to do a simple compare and contrast, because that is where people go to school. People go to school to switch their brain into gear, to be able to discern, to be able to understand, to be able to be able to analyze. And this very morning, I am asking the whole world, especially black people, to look at these two videos and tell me if they are the same person. And to make matters worse, how can you be in a country and you're playing recorded broadcast and you claim you're a living president? That is not possible. Now, it is something that I want the world to participate in and be a part of this very morning. Everybody who is working, fraudulently working, let me tell those Yoruba people working for Facebook, Oduduwa is going to be free very, very soon. Every Yoruba person working for Facebook, suppressing the truth and trying to allow Fulani Janjaweed to continue, you are going to face trial even in Oduduwa land. Because what you're doing is betrayal. What you're doing is treachery. Working with Facebook that have now gone and collected money from the Nigerian government in order to dish out falsehood, in order to suppress the truth. Because I understand that pictures and videos making rounds this very morning about the successful sit at home, that Facebook is busy removing them. I don't know why. And most of them are Yoruba people. Most of them are Oduduwa people who are working for Facebook. I want them to understand that they will face trial. You see that Facebook office, that criminal Facebook office in Lagos, as soon as Oduduwa is free, it will be shut down. There will be no Facebook in Lagos. I can assure them of that. Let them continue with their lies and their deception, helping or propping up a terrorist failing government of the zoo, a government of the Fulani cabal, a government of Photoshop, a government of deep fake video that was issued this very morning. That one, we're not going to broadcast in the morning. And then we are going to broadcast in the morning. No, we are going to broadcast from Ego Square. No more Ego Square. He will only go there to go and wave. These are the things that I want people to understand. These are the things that I want you to appreciate. I'm going to play it for you this very morning. I want you to listen to the voice of the old Buhari, should I say the Jubril II, because the former Jubril ran away from Cuba. After Abakari died, they went and recruited another one. The idiot now wearing a mask. Look at his English. Look, just listen very carefully, and then you will know. And I want that posted on my page as well, and I want that posted immediately for the whole world to know that these are liars and deceivers and that they're cheats. I want the world to understand the idiocy and the stupidness that has gone into constructing the brain of a Nigerian in the zoo called Nigeria. Very, very important, please. Listen and listen very carefully, please. I'm going to play it for you. Listen.
strengthen public service, that will serve the government. This trajectory continued.
Positive trajectory. The old positive trajectory. Look at the pronunciation of the word trajectory from this Jubril II. Just listen to the pronunciation. That tells you all you need to know. Now listen, please continue. So all of a sudden, after going through brain surgery, he forgot his mother tongue, but his English improved. He cannot speak Fufude, but his English somehow improved. That he can now pronounce trajectory very well. Pronounce it not even in a Fulbe accent or with a Hausa accent. Trajectory. Are you telling me that the old Buhari could have pronounced trajectory? Is that what you're telling me? Somebody who cannot pronounce ordinary government, who cannot pronounce the other room, is now pronouncing trajectory very cleanly and very clearly. And I told them, anytime you bring out this idiot, you are risking ridicule, and that's what we're going to bring them to this very morning. I want you to listen, please. Listen very, very carefully once again to the old and the new Buhari. But you're hearing the voice of the new Buhari first. It is on my page right now. I believe it is being posted. Go to my page and you'll be able to see it. The new Buhari versus the old one, and tell me why people with common sense will not be able to discern. Look at their faces. Look at the old Buhari, 80 years old, and look at the little boy with the plasticine with silicone on his face. And then we'll proceed and we'll destroy them this morning. I told them, you will always make mistakes. Anytime you do any of this, your nonsense, there will always be mistakes. And it is my job and the duty of this noble family of IPOB all over the world to point that out for you. Deliberately, we did not insist on announcing or pre-announcing this program this morning. To know that the children of light, to be able to understand how many of them are tuned in. And many of them are listening. Many of them, if you have not downloaded IPOB Community Radio, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Download it. It is far more cheaper to listen on that very platform than any other. Cheaper than YouTube, cheaper than Facebook. 10 times cheaper than listening on Facebook. You must get IPOB Community Radio and be able to listen. Now, hear the recorded speech. A country of fraudsters. This is a country of deceivers, of liars. People, black liars. They lie, they deceive, and they cheat. Our job is to expose them by what comes out of their mouth. From what comes out of their mouth, we expose them. Look at the new Buhari that they have brought to you, Jubril II. Look at the old Buhari and tell me anybody with common sense. I want Queen Elizabeth. Look at the idiot that Queen Elizabeth is writing to about her anniversary. I want to ask, is this a human being? Look at his face. Now, listen again, please.
It will serve the government. This positive trajectory continued with a return to democratic government, which was truncated by another round of military rule.
Truncated by another round of military rule. Who truncated it? Is it not you, the person they claim you represent? Is it not you? Do you see how foolish foreign people are? He is talking about truncating democracy. In 1983, this set of fools, first Buhari is dead. This little boy here pretending to be Buhari. Let us assume, since you're pretending to be Buhari, and you're talking about truncating of democracy, was it not you that truncated democracy? And Facebook has come. As I've started to play this very voice now, they have started to remove people from listening on Facebook page because I said I want it posted. They have now started removing people. All of a sudden, it is now collapsing. The numbers are falling. This is what people don't understand. These are agents of neocolonialism. They want you to remain in perpetual poverty. That idiot in Facebook office in Lagos, responsible for removing people who are listening on my page, you will pay very dearly for it. Now that we are letting the world understand about the fraud, the latest fraud, these are people that claim they love Nigeria. These are people that say, oh, we want Nigeria to grow and to move forward. This is the extent they are prepared to go. Fraudulently deceiving people. I want to ask anybody, you claim that you are Buhari and you talk about truncating election when it was you in 1983. Do you see that Fulani has no shame? Sometimes it is very, very difficult to shame In 1983, the idiot who is now dead, buried in Saudi Arabia, that you're broadcasting on his behalf, he was the one that overthrew Shagari's regime. Yet in the year 2020, you had the temerity. You had the temerity to open your mouth to talk about military truncating democracy. Can you believe? He's talking about truncating election when it was him that did it. And to tell you how foolish, to tell you how completely hopeless Nigerians are, they voted for the same person that overthrew a democratic regime. That tells you all you need to know about the idiocy in the zoo. But at least we are curing them. And of course, Facebook is doing all they can. They do all they can to suppress our numbers, to remove people from listening to us. If they remove you, please kindly go. That's what they're doing this morning. We are now at 5.6. If they remove you, kindly go to IPOB Community Radio. IPOB Community Radio. We are live there. It is far more cheaper to listen on that very platform. Far more cheaper to listen on that very platform, please. Let us want to listen to this recorded speech by somebody that claims he's alive. Yet you cannot address your people directly. You claim they are your people. You are using a recorded speech. And the thing about black people sometimes is this. When there is a fraud, you see most of them that are in on it. Channels Television fraudulently put live, but they know it wasn't live. They know it wasn't live because they didn't know how to react. They didn't know how to respond to us. So 1 minute they are going to broadcast, the next minute they're not going to broadcast until they decided and said, oh my goodness, it is anniversary, we must do something. Very, very important. You listen to this. Now listen.
For a cumulative 29
accumulative
of our 60 years existence as a nation, we have been under
60 years of existence as a nation. So Nigeria is 60 years, according to this baboon that they put to Buhari, hyper-reality face mask on his face. Nigeria is 60 years old. And how many years old is Obasanjo? Obasanjo is older than Nigeria. I want people to understand. I want people to appreciate. We want people to come to the understanding that Nigeria is a fraud. Nigeria is 60 years old. Obasanjo is 84 years old, if I'm not mistaken, or thereabout. So they claim. Nigeria is 60 years old. Obasanjo is 84. So what nationality was Obasanjo before 1960? This is the question they cannot answer. This is the question we ask them every blessed day. They cannot answer it. They cannot answer it. Every blessed day we ask them the same question. He has said, this clown you put Buhari mask on his face have said now that Nigeria is 60 years. 60 years of our existence as a nation. So you were not a nation before 1960. Are you listening? But some of you claim we got our independence. Nigeria got independence in 1960. And I'm asking you a simple question. If you're a nation of 60 years old, according to this clown now, from what he has said, if you're a nation of 60 years old, who were you before 60 years ago? They cannot answer it. They cannot answer it. Do you see why Facebook is working with them? Do you see why the owner of Facebook is another corrupt idiot and a criminal? Why they are supporting evil? Can you see it? Some of you don't understand. Some of you cannot reason. The essence of Radio Biafra, what we are doing in IB, is to open your mind so you can reason properly like a human being. Ask yourself this simple question. The Chinese are now colonizing us. Facebook is also there doing their bit. Everybody, ask yourself, why Africa? Why black Africa? Ask yourself that question. The Arabs came and enslaved us. The Europeans came and enslaved us. Now China is enslaving us. Now ordinary Facebook, a simple social media platform is enslaving you. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? All of a sudden, people are listening and they begin to remove people. I keep asking myself, what is wrong with black? Must you be evil? As a black person, must Satan work with you all the time to defeat the purpose of God? And of course, they have failed and they'll keep failing. We're analyzing the nonsense coming out of the mouth of the mask wearer this morning before we go into the physical features and attributes of the idiot that they presented. And I wanted to compare it with the dead old Buhari, whose tortuous soul is wandering the Arabian desert right now. One idiot wrote this morning, oh, can't you see Buhari? He's now talking his life. And I weep for black people. No wonder everybody wants to colonize you. No wonder you people are useless. No wonder you are hopeless. Because you're black, you're African, and you're stupid. You cannot reason very well. They went and concocted a video, deep fake video. They didn't know if they were going to play it or not. They were scared, they were terrified. They wanted to go to Eagle Square so this idiot can wave at you. They decided, no, it is too risky. People are watching IPOBs all over the world. They are watching, they're analyzing. They will pick us out. They will identify our faults. Now, they said, instead of the channel to be boasting that he stopped them from broadcasting, we might as well try and put something together, and they have. And they have shot themselves in the foot as always. Anybody who looks at this, ask yourself a simple question. The beginning is this. If you are in a country and you're alive and you're a president, why is it that you cannot do a live broadcast? A very simple question. Anybody with common sense can understand that, but people in the zoo don't, because they are zoological republic animals. They cannot reason very well. Now listen again, please.
Military rule. My summary of our journey so far as a nation is necessary to appropriately chart where we need to go and how to get there together. Today, I am aware that our economy, along with every single economy in the world, is in a crisis.
Yes.
We still face security challenges in parts of the country.
Who created the security challenges? The same Buhari you're representing said that Boko Haram and his brothers an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North. You people created it. It's only Fulani politicians that goes about creating terrorist groups. You claim you're facing challenges. If you're facing challenges, who made those challenges to exist in the first place? The same Fulani Janjaweed. And people are still in the same useless place saying they are Nigerians. That is how foolish they are. That is how useless and hopeless they are. That is why Biafra land is on a lockdown this very day. Because people are foolish and they are hopeless. They cannot reason. They cannot think properly. I do not understand for the life of me why people can be so pathetically wretched, both intellectually, both in terms of lack of common sense. It defeats me completely. Other countries are in a recession. Those countries, are their refineries working? They have refineries, are they working? If those countries were to shut down the refineries the way you idiots criminally shut down 4 refineries in the zoo, do you think you have petrol today to put in your cars or to run your generators in Asorok? A whole seat of power is running on a generator. These are the idiots that people claim ought to or need to be supported. You must support them. Now listen.
While our society suffers,
now listen to. Now I want to play the voice of the old, dead, late Buhari, whose spirit, vagabond spirit, is wandering the Arabian desert as we speak, because he was rejected by hell. He couldn't make it to heaven. Even Lucifer rejected the soul of the evil, genocidal Buhari, who is lying in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. Now listen to the voice of the original Buhari and make your comparisons. Go and make your comparisons. And once again, let me remind you, if you're kicked out of my page, which Facebook does all the time, simply download IPOB Community Radio. Very, very important. And you can listen to us there live and direct. And very soon, we can be able to chat on that very platform as well. Facebook is in for one almighty mess. I'm telling you that. Now listen to the voice of the old dead Buhari and tell me if they are the same people. Now listen very carefully, please.
Economic front, all oil-dependent countries, Nigeria including, since the drop in prices. Many oil-rich states have had to take tough decisions similar to what we are doing. The world, Nigeria included, has been dealing with the effects of the 3 significant and simultaneous global shocks starting in 2014. 70% drop in oil prices, global growth slowdown, normalization of monetary policy.
Now, you can hear very well, can't you? All of you can hear the old Buhari and the new Buhari. That is how the zoo rolls, isn't it? That is how they are. As I want them. You come up with this garbage this morning, you're going to be in one almighty mess. And now, please, I want the pictures to be put up on my page. Facebook, you're about to remove more people now. Facebook, you are about to remove even more people. You are about to remove more people. I want you to please put it up on my page. Put it up on my page. Pictures that we got from their recorded broadcast this very morning. Put it on my page. I have taken the pain of identifying where we want people to focus their attention on. Look at the face of the man. First of all, you will see him with his glasses as usual. You will see China has done a very good job. This silicon one they have done now is very, very good. They have done a very good job. Now, as with every face mask in the history of mankind, look at the eye area, the eyelid. Look at the eyes, look at the eyebrows, look at the eyelid, look at the glasses. Simply look through the glasses. How many eyelids does he have? I can count 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. Because they had difficulties. If you make it smooth, which is 80 years old, you cannot mimic it. So what in order to try to create the eyelid of an 80-year-old, they ended up messing themselves up. Look at it. I marked it for the attention of people. Just look at his, zoom the picture, look at his eyes, and go back to your own picture. Go back to the picture of Obasanjo. Go back to the picture of George Soros, who looks physically old, with saggy, with sandbags under his eyes. Go and look at all of them. I challenge Femi Adesina. I challenge Garoba Shehu. I challenge even the great harlot herself, Loretta Onochie, the great harlot in Asorok. I challenge them. I challenge them to go and get me the picture of any other normal human being with 3 sets of eyelids. Now, go and show it to me. Look at the picture. Go and look at the picture of Obasanjo. Zoom it very closely and tell me the very monster that they call, this idiot wearing a face mask that they call Buhari. Look at it very clearly and tell me if this is a human being. These are the things that people don't understand. These are the things that black people, their brain is not developed enough to be able to comprehend. Look at the eye, look at the glasses that they have put on this idiot's face wearing a face mask with a recorded delivery. The insult is not just wearing a face mask, but a recorded delivery to a nation that they claim is of 200 million people. A country, not a nation. I hastily correct myself. Do you understand it? Now look at it very clearly. Look at the eyes. I want it posted on my page, please, for the world to see, so that people that come on my page, they can see very clearly what we are talking about. I want you to go and get your own picture or the picture of your grandfather or your father who is 80 years old and tell me if they have 3 eyelids. 3. One is his original one, you can see. The other one is where they are trying to mimic an 80-year-old. Look at the eyes very clearly. That is number 1. And number 2, there's another set of pictures that I want published. The first one, you will see him very clearly. And then the second one, I have circled it for you. Tell me somebody that can boast of 2 eyebrows. Look at it very well. What the bulge you're seeing above his glasses is no eyelid. But in order for them to make it appear like, it has to be very thin and very flat. And that is why the eyebrows are now showing, and you can see the other set of eyebrows again behind it. And this is a human being. They claim it is a human being. And what I say to them is, and I challenge them, go and show me any other person with this type of, any normal human being with this type of eyebrows. Show me anybody with this type of eyelids. Go and show me anywhere. You have old people who are 80 years old in the zoo. Go and show me. All of a sudden, this one is not speaking perfect English. All of a sudden, go to my page and look at what I have just posted. Look at the clip they made, the recorded broadcast, the one they did before. 2015, 2020. The one of 2020 is younger. The one of 2020 speaks very smart English compared to the one of 2015. So the older, the more the years roll by, the younger he becomes. The more perfect his English becomes. And people are there saying, Mr. President, that is how foolish they are. That was why they went back to presidency, because they know there's no president. Where is Yemi Oshibajo? 60th anniversary, where is he? Nobody can find him. Where is Buratai? As I told you, he's gone, never to return. Everything we tell is the truth. Absolute truth. The gospel from heaven. The gospel from heaven. These are the things that our people need to understand. And that is why I said to them, they should not, not in the first place, they should not have brought out that idiot this very morning. And I told them, and I warned them, anytime you bring out that clown, you will always make mistakes. Every time. Because that is not Buhari. That can never be. A country of deceivers. Even journalists, people in channels, television, people, a TV station. Liars. And the people wake up in the morning and they believe liars and they want their lives to be better. How can your life be better when all of you are liars and all of you are hypocrites? Liars and hypocrites. Liars.